so far in his first 2 starts.
A 1-year anniversary of reaching 10 years of service time, and he delivers a first pitch strike to Jeremy Pena. We're underway as we take a look at some. Check swing and a swing as they appeal to first. Edwin Jimenez punches out Jeremy Pena for the first out as Lorenzen reaches out and pops one up. Second baseman Edouard Julien shields his eyes from the sun and puts it away for the second out. A 5-0 count right now.
You're right.
Instead it's 3-2, and he goes after this pitch, and he's now 0 for 11 against Lorenzen as he grounds one to short. So Lorenzen ends up with a 1-2-3 inning. Second start on this road trip. Started the first game of this trip against the A's in West Sacramento. On the first pitch, it's a single through the middle past Jose Altuve and into right field. Cam Smith will bring the ball back in. Julian on the first pitch he sees singles into right center. 2021. There goes the runner, and the pitch is swung on and it's missed. It gets past Christian Vazquez. So that'll be a stolen base for Julian on a swinging strike where the ball went to the backstop. That ball's into left field and will be down for a hit in front of Joey Loperfido. In to score is Edouard Julien. And the Rockies, 2 batters in, take a 1-0 lead. Moniak breaks his bat. It's a looper, and it's beyond Jose Altuve and drops into right field. Oh, even on a broken bat punch shot, the Rockies have a base hit. They have 3 base hits of their first 3 hitters behind the plate. Hits this ball high in the air to left field. Joey Loperfido drifts towards the corner. He has it lined up. Going back to tag is Freeman. Loperfido's throw comes into third. Freeman not tagging. Or he did tag but doesn't try to advance. That'll be out number 1.
There we go.
There's that invisible we talk about. Christian Javier picking up just his 4th strikeout of the season, but gets the strikeout here for the second out. That ball hammered, but right at Jeremy Pena. He hit a rocket on 3-0, but he hit it to the opposing shortstop, so Tovar retired for the final out of the inning. 3 hit. Has the pitch comm on his glove, so he's calling his own pitches. And he misses up high to Isaac Paredes, and he turns around frustrated with himself after that. Alone Leishman is the one who calls the signals from the dugout. Christian Walker, as Julia said, loves to hit here. He continues to rake at Coors Field. That's a single to right, putting runners on the corners with nobody out.
Isak feeling frisky, went first to third. Good.
Cam goes down on strikes here. So Lorenzen picks up his 2nd strikeout, and that's a big out, keeping runners on first and third. 3-2 pitch, and Loperfido goes down on strikes. So the Astros with first and third, nobody out. And Lorenzen picking up back-to-back strikeouts. And now there's 2 away. Jake,
Joe was waving somebody over to watch the at-bat of Jake. Oh, he just grabbed his right oblique.
Oh, geez.
That's not good.
No, he grabbed right away on that check swing, and that's back-to-back check swings that have not felt good for Jake, and that's problematic.
That's not a good spot.
Oh. And he's not going to stay in there.
You'll see it immediately on the right side. Man, that thing bit him.
Did you ever have to deal with?
Oh, you kidding me?
That ball's into left field, and that'll be a base hit. Fresh off the bench, Bryce Matthews knocks in the Astros' first run of the game with an RBI single.
And he will own every bit of that base hit. He's strong.
That one into right field. Troy Johnston will drift back and make the play for the final out of the inning. The Astros end up with a walk and 2 hits. The walk came around to score. We're tied at 1 at Coors Field. Well, this is not a sign Astros fans were looking to see today. Christian Javier being walked off the mound due to an apparent injury. He pitched the first inning, got the last 3 outs of the first inning. We were watching A.J. Blueball beginning to warm up as the inning started, and we were a little bit shocked because Javier had only worked 1 inning, but they obviously knew something was not quite right with Javier, and that is his final warm-up pitch, and tells Christian Vazquez, I'm not good. Johnson hits the ball high and deep to right center field, and that ball is going to be all the way in between Cam Smith and Joey Loperfido to the wall. Plummer mentioned this guy hurting the Astros. The former Marlin, Troy Johnson, having himself a series here for the Rockies. Doyle down to bunt. Good bunt, and blue ball can't make the play. So Doyle bunts his way on with a base hit. And the Rockies with first and third with nobody out. With blue ball being able to go multiple innings. There goes the runner. Doyle, who stole 18 bags last year, has his second steal of this year as he gets into second base with a head first slide.
Try it again. Why not? He's ringing everybody else up.
Now Edouard Julien singled and scored in the first inning. Grounds this one into the hole and into left field. 2 runs are going to score as Doyle follows Johnston home. And the Rockies take a 3-1 lead on the 2 RBI single by Julien, who's having a good series. Last year for the Astros, you're not used to seeing runs score on him. This is another bunt. This one in front of the plate, and Vasquez will make the play to Walker for the first out. Tyler Freeman advances both runners 90 feet with a sacrifice for the first out of the inning. Christian Javier in the first inning. Bats here with the infield in. And skies this one to right field. Cam Smith has a long way to go towards the corner. He'll make the catch. That'll be a sacrifice fly by Moniak. In to score is Karros, and it's now a 4-1 Rockies lead. And that'll be the second walk of the inning allowed by AJ. First and third with 2 outs. That's up, and the runner is going to go into second without a contest. Nobody was covering second. So Hunter Goodman, who doesn't run a whole lot, picks up a stolen base. That one going to get by Vasquez, and that'll work just like they had worked out a double steal. As that gets through the legs of Christian, and that'll be run number 5 for the Rockies. It's now 5-1. Today, without many long options out there. That's going to be a walk. Third walk of the inning allowed by AJ. That ball hit hard to center field, going back Loperfido, and he'll watch it go to the wall on one hop. In to score is Goodman. Rumfield being held at third. That'll be an RBI double by Tovar. It's a 5-run inning now, 6-1 Rockies. On the ground should be the end of the inning. Altuve will make the play to Walker, and that'll do it. But 10 men to the plate in the 5-run inning for the Rockies. They lead 6-1 as we head to the third. 5 times, including this one. 7th career appearance. This one towards second, where Edouard Julien makes the play on Pena for the first out of the inning. Off the end of the bat towards short. Tovar will take his time and make the play on Jordan, who continues to be frustrated in this series. There's a base hit. He gets off the schneid with Lorenzen as he picks up his first career hit against the right-hander in 12 at bats now. Jose with his 4th hit of the series. Have kept Tuve hitless. That ball skied way up in the air. This might drift with the wind. Will it drift out of play, or will it be playable? Of course, it's the Rockies, and the Astros can't get a break. The wind dies down this inning. 39 pitches in the 1 inning of work. Swing and a miss. De Los Santos restoring some order to the game as he strikes out Brenton Doyle on 3 pitches. Astros have their second strikeout of the game.
Going crazy or not?
For some reason, the Astros have had trouble throwing strikes to Kyle Karros, and that's going to be a challenge from Christian Vasquez.
That was a late challenge.
I think Vasquez was stunned it wasn't called a strike.
There's been a couple of those around the league where it's been kind of stunning, but that's a ball.
Oof.
Calls confirmed. Houston has 1 challenge remaining.
Second base umpire's out there pointing to the outfield, circling his hand. I'm like, yeah, that's right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Runner on the go helps the Rockies stay out of the double play as Karros was on the move on that pitch. Called third strike. De Los Santos strikes out Freeman to end the inning. 2 strikeouts in the third and a shutout third. The Astros needed that. Leads off here in the 4th. Christian has one of the 3 hits for the Astros, but bounces the first pitch he sees of this inning to third. And Kyle Karros makes the play for the first out. Who went 6 1/3 innings and only allowed 1 run on 3 hits. Lorenzen has 2 outs on 2 pitches in this inning.
Man.
Ground balls to third for 2 quick outs. And that's a little tapper past the mound that Julian handles. Loperfido out number 3. Clean inning for Lorenzen on 3 groundouts, getting Walker, Smith, and Loperfido. Even homers, despite only playing in 6 of the first 12 games. This ball popped high in the air. Bryce Matthews with the shades on will wait for it to come down and put it away for the first out of the 4th. Right knee strain that kept him delayed in spring training. This ball hit pretty deep to left field, and all the way back goes Matthews. He'll watch that one go. Hunter Goodman, who led the team with 31 home runs last year, hits his 2nd of the season and gives the Rockies a 7-1 lead.
Goodman didn't miss that slider that slid to the middle part of the plate. See it right here, just kind of back up and stop as Goodman extends through it.
Next closest team in the American League, the Blue Jays, have allowed 10 out of their bullpen. This ball sent to left, and Bryce makes the play on that 3-2 pitch. That's fair ball down the left field line. Tovar is going to have himself another double. That one grounded past Isaac Paredes.
This organization needs to see a little bit of progress in a different direction. They're getting it this week.
De Los Santos will finish that inning with 41 pitches total in his 2 innings of work.
Hot dog.
Wait, what?
It's a very large hot dog.
A pound.
My arm's tired holding it up like this.
Getting a workout in.
Gotta do my raises. Okay, so
It's a whole
getting
new-
my good side.
Whole new world for Julia. I was a photographer for Julia today, and she almost blended in with the ball bag with the outfit she had on. Good. That's crazy. That's the largest hot dog in history. Hey, Jeremy Pena. After a couple of groundouts by Bryce Matthews and Christian Vasquez, Jeremy has himself a hit. So JP on base. Coach for the Astros, and he has the legendary status of being the all-time record holder. There's a base hit. Jordan has a hit at Coors Field. Got it past the first baseman, TJ Rumfield. Jordan's first hit in Colorado.
He's on the board.
Hit against Michael Lorenzen his last time up. He's 1 for 2. As he skies this one down the left field side. Again, the wind has been shifting, so it'll keep this one in play, and it's put away by Mickey Moniak out there for the final out of the inning. On the ground, 1 hop to Jeremy Pena off the bat of Brenton Doyle, and he's retired for the first out. Puts this one in play into right field. Cam Smith over. That'll be the second out. Might have had that one. Instead, it's a walk. Astros still have. They have the runner picked off as Pena was kind of late getting to the bag. Pena still feels like he made the tag. Walker had to double pump and wait for somebody to cover. Altuve and Pena were both at this point, knowing that the inning is over. I mean,
there's a pretty good view on the big board here.
Here we go.
After review, the call on field is overturned. Runners out. Houston retained.
So we're through 5. Pickoff of Edouard Julien ends the 5th. It's still 7-1 Rockies. But no strikeouts since. And Paredes sends this ball into left center field, way up in the air. Plenty of time for Moniak to get under it as he puts it away for the first out. No one else has a longer streak than 9, and give him another knock. Christian Walker continues to hit well here. 26 for 58 in his career as he picks up his 2nd hit of the game. Because Cam made the opening day roster last year, he goes down on strikes here. But this year he had to earn his way onto the team and had a great spring training. 1 run last night on 3 hits. 1 run today so far on now 7 hits, as Loperfido has his first hit of the series. Walker will go first to third. And the Astros, for the second straight inning, have 2 pitches away from 100. It's already at his highest pitch count of the season. Challenge here from Hunter Goodman. We mentioned Goodman's been better behind the plate than he's been as a hitter in terms of ABS challenges.
The Astros might get the break on this one.
Ooh.
That one just breaking
Confirmed.
barely
Colorado
below the
has
zone.
1 challenge remaining.
That's one of those big swings in moments like this.
Only be ball 4. And that's now 100 pitches. On the ground. Glove by Karros on 1 big hop, and he'll throw to first. The Astros will strand 3 here in the 6th inning. 2 hits and a walk and 3 left on. Still 7-1 Rockies.
Parties, weddings, community festivals, and more. Visit astros.com/trophy for information. Ticket.
Julia Tyler Freeman hit with the first pitch at the bottom of the 6th inning.
Good. Very good.
There goes the runner, and Vasquez can't get a grip on the throw. Not the cleanest of slides there by Freeman, but he goes in head first. Stole 18 bags last year, and he's 2 for 2 this year. Trying to get his 2nd inning of work. We mentioned guys would be stretched today out of the pen. Christian Roa with a... Those are pretty much your options at this point.
No.
That was a swing attempt as Hunter Goodman was hit by a pitch, but he swung.
They didn't give him the swing. They checked down to first base and said no swing.
They said no swing?
They said no swing.
That's high in the air to right field, deep enough to score a run. It's actually in right center, so taking charge will be Loperfido. 2 of the runners tagged. The throw comes into the middle, gets away from Pena, but now Paredes is there to back it up. That'll be a sac fly for TJ Rumfield. He drives in his team-leading 8th run of the season.
The reason for that is fatigue.
That'll be a strikeout. Foul tip caught by Vasquez for the 2nd out. That'll be ball 4. That'll be the 3rd walk of, the 2nd walk of the inning. There's also been 2 hit batters, and Joe knows. Ting trying to keep it at that number, and he does. The delayed call by the home plate umpire Dave Rackley, but that's a called 3rd strike. Doyle goes down looking tomorrow.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
3-2 pitch is skied in the air to shallow center. Who wants it? It's going to be in between 3 fielders. It's a second baseman hanging in there. That's Edward Julian making the play for out number 1. You're not on the ground to first. Played there by TJ Rumfield for the 2nd out of the inning. On the ground, that's going to stay fair. Played there by Kyle Karros, and that'll be a 1-2-3 inning for Zach Agnos. He's retired all 4 batters he has faced out of. On the ground, backhanded by Pena, long throw, and a good play by Jeremy to get Kyle Karros to start the inning. Speaking of golf, we got to get to the bottom of the Kaiwei Teng story.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Bryce Matthews is watching this ball hang up for him.
I want to hear this story. I'm with you.
Kaiwei claps it.
Playing. Was this, someplace that was just tight?
Jeremy's going to have to make another tough play. And nobody's been retired yet. And now getting retired is Tyler Freeman as Christian Walker goes over to tag him. Tyler. And Isak hits one to left. Coming on is going to be Moniak. He'll charge and make the play for out number 1. Isak has flied to left his last 3 times up. And overall, he's 26 for 58, hitting .448. That'll drop a little bit as he sends this one to left. Julia.
Lazillas.
Ooh.
How about that?
That's well played. Broken back, grounder to third. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Agnos. So Agnos, who had trouble getting it out a couple of days ago.
Brian.
Kind of like that he's pitching here. You want to get him kind of a soft landing to get right, and this is about as soft as it gets with his team down 7, because it has been a rough go for Brian as he gets 1 out on 2 pitches. Trying to check his swing, and he does. It's going to be a walk. 3-0 the count to McCarthy after the walk, and Abreu's struggles with command continue today as he has allowed 2 walks here. Got him. Foul tip caught by Christian Vasquez. That'll be Abreu's first strikeout in the second out of the inning. In the air, that'll be a base hit, and that will be a 5th consecutive outing for Abreu, where he's allowed a run. All 5 outings in 2026 have resulted in at least 1 run against Brian Abreu. Mariners pitchers the last 2 games of that series. We do not know the Astros last 2 pitchers, as Abreu does get 2 strikeouts in the inning as he closes it out by striking out Brenton Doyle, but a run scores on a hit and a couple of walks. 1-2 the count, starting out the 9th inning. And Loperfido down on strikes. That'll be Agnos' first strikeout. He's retired all 8 batters he has faced in this game. And Matthews down on strikes, so Agnos with back-to-back strikeouts has now retired 9 in a row. Christian Vasquez keeps the game alive as he picks up his first hit of the day. Astros with hit number 8 as Vasquez is now 1 for 4. If he didn't have that base hit, he'd be hitting .250. Christian walks into second base. Nobody cares. Dave Clark said, go ahead and take second.
Seattle's always different.
On the ground to third, and the Rockies complete their first sweep in almost 2 years as they sweep the Astros here, winning the final game 9-1. Zach Agnos with his first save of the year and his 5th of his major league career. Tough series for the Astros. Astros post-game show presented by Whataburger features Kevin Eschenfelder and Brian Bogusevic. Julia getting interviews in the Astros clubhouse. Post-game show next.